And I guess the common issue often on these things is what we might term as poor performance. So I thought here is a place to start. As someone who deals in high performance, often where you start from is poor performance or lower than desired performance. And there's a few reasons for that, and I thought I'd map a couple of things down in terms of kind of why people don't perform well in general. No surprises here. First and foremost, they just don't know how to. So typically a training issue or a learning. Now, whether that's based on we recruit potential rather than talent, and so we don't know that they're going to be able to do a job. Thus, we need to train, develop, coach, do whatever is necessary to get them to a place where they have the skills, knowledge, expertise to do the job correctly. So there's a good place to start, is do they know how to perform? Then point number two often is they just don't know that they're not performing. They kind of think they are because no one's really told them. So feedback would be the obvious word to stick in here. Are they getting feedback? I think sometimes the idea that people should know that they're not performing, that they should be able to read the signs or the signals, is a bit misguided. Sometimes we need to be pretty explicit. So formal feedback or kind of ongoing feedback, rather than just once a year, I'm going to give you some feedback via an appraisal. Obviously, constant feedback on what's expected and what's desired levels of expectation is key to ensure that people know that they are not performing. We kind of have to throw capability in here. So capability is kind of this area that says, well, we've trained them and we've offered feedback and we've kind of monitored the process here, but we still don't believe they're capable. Now, before we go any further, I'm a great believer that everyone has the potential to perform. That's not necessarily the question. The question is whether they have the potential to perform the job that they're being asked to do within the timeframes, to the level of quality, within the budgets, etc., etc. And that's the call that we often have to make in terms of capability, that says, well, they may well be highly capable at some time in the future, but they're not capable now. And that's what we need. So there are considerations then to moving people into slightly different roles, getting them to do slightly different jobs, etc., etc. And then I've got our fourth one, just choosing not to. There's 1,000 reasons, and we'll dig into some of those reasons in the next half an hour or so, in terms of kind of why people would choose not to perform.